Alright, so here's the wiring. Last time I didn't show you the driver side, but I found out something that when you cut the plug from the mirror, from your stock mirror, it actually matches the wiring on the Tsx Accord. I mean Tsx Mirror. I don't know how is that, but as you can see, they match. The yellow black is right there with the yellow black on the plug, and the yellow white with the yellow white on the plug, and the yellow red with the yellow red on the plug. So that's kind of weird. However, on the harness from the car, you have, I label these because I thought I'm gonna have to like match them. So you have a blue white on your harness from the car. You have a blue black and you have a green white. I'm gonna show you in a few what I mean by that. So as you can see, I label these, but when I cut this off from the actual core mirror, all the wires match. So all you gotta do is just put them together. In this case, I solder it. I use solder. Now, let me explain to you about this pink or purple. The purple is ground, the pink is power. So for the LED to turn on, you gotta run your red wire from your signal wire into this one. So this is gonna be your blinking light. This one's gonna be just your ground. So you have to ground this to your car. This one you have to get the power from your turn signal light and then plug it into here. So how you gonna do that? The bro is about to run the red wire, the power wire, from here to the mirror side. So this plug is the original plug from the Accord mirror. All you gotta do is just match the wires. That's it. I'm gonna show you real quick before he. You can see the wires are different from the plug. So, forgot where were we? So yeah, so remember, the pink one is power for your turn signal. Purple is the ground. So you have to ground this to your chassis, whatever. This one's you don't use them. This is for the heated mirror. The wire is blue red. And this is the ground, so we don't need them. Because these mirrors don't have the heated mirrors. But if we had it, it should be brown. But it doesn't have it. It should be like a brown wire coming out from the actual Tsx mirror. Like in the last video that I made, that one had a brown wire. This one don't. Alright guys, so remember all that wiring matching that I told you about earlier? Well, we are very lucky because I just noticed while I was putting everything together. Actually, all the wires match. For example, this is white, yellow, or yellow white. This wire is blue black, and the last wire over there is blue white. So this is from the plug. This is the Accord plug that I took out from the Accord mirror, and this is the signal light mirror, the Tsx mirror. Yeah. And all the wires actually match by color. So you might not have to do all this labeling at the end. So unless you're gonna sell those, your you think about reusing your sorry you think about using your Accord mirrors again, then you're gonna have to relabel everything. But if you're not gonna use this Accord mirrors like me, I'm not gonna use them. I'm just gonna keep them for parts or whatever, or probably toss them away. But if you're not gonna use them, then just cut off the plug. Cut off the plug and use it to wire everything out from the mirror, from the Tsx mirror, into that harness, into this plug. And all we gotta do extra is run a red wire from your signal light on your car into this pink one, and you have to ground this one. So if you want to run another wire, for example like a speaker wire, since it's two, then ground one and use the other one for power or whatever you want to do. But this is how you do it. So luckily this is so easy. Like my first video, it was kind of hard to explain, but it got so many views. I hope it helped, some people when they were trying to swap their mirrors. So if you're not going to use your Accord mirrors, just cut the plug off and wire it up to the Tsx mirror. So what we got to do next, my next step, it's kind of late right now, as you can see. I might end up doing the rest tomorrow, but I already got the wire already running from my signal light on this side, on the driver's side, to the driver's side. So that's ready to go. So I might end up just doing the driver's side mirror for right now. I might just end up doing the driver's side mirror. What I am gonna try and do is use this studs right here. Use these. I'm gonna have to drill holes on the Accord frame, or I have to find some way to do it. But I don't want to do it like I did on the first video, on the first video that I ever posted. I don't want to do that. It was a little like, it wasn't that good, but it got the job done. So I'm gonna see if I can use the studs. You gonna have to cut that off. So let's see what we end up doing next. So stay tuned. All right, so Mix and I already ran the red wire. We ran it through the fender right there. Here's the end of the wire. So this is gonna go to the pink wire on the head. I said on the headlight, on the mirror, the Tsx mirror. So what I'm gonna do now, the other end of the wire has to go to your signal wire. So you gotta turn your wheel. It's easier this way if you go through the back on your wheel, and you're gonna take that from the red and blue wire. So you're gonna tap into the red and blue wire, which is the one to your right, the first one on your right. You're gonna get the power from there. So from there you connect this to your pink wire. It should work. So we're gonna do that right now. Tsx mirrors installed. Yeah, boy. So we got everything plugged. As you can see, there's a pink wire the red wire that's gonna come from your signal light. The purple is your ground, so you have to ground it to this. I still gotta send this down so I can get to bare metal, so you can make proper ground. And if you have a drill, make this top hole bigger. If you have a step bit like this one, then use that one and make this hole bigger. Also, when you go on the bottom, slightly to your, if you're looking at it from the inside, you have to drill a hole and make it large enough for this to fit through. So it's got to be more to your right. I would say like a 1 centimeter or 2 centimeters to the right if you're looking at it from the inside. And there you go. Pool tables and cars, perfect. All right, after all these hours of playing pool and messing around with the Accord, we finally got the 2 mirrors on, and that's how it's supposed to look. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. All this hard effort. Instead of going with the JDM mirrors, you can just go to the junk jar and get yourself a set of Tsx mirrors and just a little modification and you're good. So when you're installing Tsx mirrors, it's not gonna be a direct fit. You're gonna have to re-drill some holes, and also you're gonna have to cover a gap. Like in the last video that I made, you're gonna have to cover that gap. But on this one, on the last video, we didn't have that big of a gap. I guess the sedan and the coupe are a little different. So on this one, I had a big gap. So what I ended up doing is, all right. So you see this right here. This is from your stock mirrors. This is the cover that goes in between the door and the mirror. So this, don't throw this away. You won't need it. The reason why is because you're gonna have to cut this up, and you're gonna have to cover this gap. There's a gap that's from here all the way down. So I use this to cover most of it. I cut out. It's hard to do with one hand, so and put this in the car. All right, so this is from the other side right now. So what I ended up doing is cutting right here and all this up. So basically what I did, I got rid of this side and just kept from here to the left. So like it. That's my neighbors. Sorry about that music. So yeah, so you're not gonna need from this way. All you're gonna need is this right here, this way. So you're gonna have to cut scissors this, and that's about it. So when you get that done, you'll have to put it on, and when you do that, you're still gonna have a gap, but not as big as the other one. So as you can see, I cover it, but I had to use, for that I had to use this stuff. This is the same thing that I use to seal out my headlights. So this is what I use. So as you can see, it's not that noticeable, and it sealed it up perfectly. I only did one layer right now. If I have to do two, I'll do two. But right now that's only one layer. So this is the same thing we're gonna have to do on the other side. Now let me show you the inside. So good news. Oh, all right. As you can see, let me take the key out. All right, as you can see now, I grounded the purple wire here to this one, and I'm gonna tell you that you're gonna have to make that hole bigger. That's the stock hole. You're just gonna have to make it bigger. Also, as you can see, this one, you don't have to do it like a little, re-drill another hole a little bit to the right. And on this one, that's perfect. You don't have to do anything on that one. That one perfectly lines up just as this one. The reason with this one is that you have to make it bigger. That's all you have to do. So it was easier. So I hope you guys truly like this Tsx Mirrors 2.0. I hope it is better quality than my last video, or at least that I was able to explain to you the right way and the best way to do it. To be honest, this is the second time I've done this on another Accord. I found the opportunity to purchase 2 sets of Tsx mirrors for a good price. So, and the wiring was actually, I was surprised. If I had to do it again to that Accord over there with the other set, I'm definitely gonna do it, and it's gonna be so easy for me now because all the wires from the stock mirrors, just you just have to color match. That's all that's all there is to it. It's like wiring a radio. If there's a pink cable, there's gonna be another pink cable on the other side. So you just have to match the colors and connect them, tape them up, solder, whatever you want to do, and that's all there is to it. Other than that, just, you know, everything else is great. So after this, I'm gonna show you the since we have daylight, I'm gonna show you how it looks with everything already sealed up, everything already plugged in and cleaned out. So